The German DAX, as of October 23, 2024, the German DAX is hovering around 19,374 points, experiencing solid upward momentum due to positive sentiment in global markets. The DAX's future hinges on the European Central Bank's interest rate decisions, with experts predicting that gradual rate cuts could drive the index toward 17,500 or higher. However, a bearish double top pattern might emerge if the pattern corrects, potentially pulling the index back to around 16,500 points. Iron ore price is influenced by Chinese demand and global supply constraints, but concerns about a slowdown in China's steel production might limit further price increases. Okay guys, welcome back to another update. Today we're looking at the German DAX and the iron ore prices, and there's a fresh breakout to the downside on both. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button before we go any further to support the channel. So first we look at the trends for the German DAX. You've got the monthly, the weekly and the daily. Now on the monthly, it's still it's still bullish, with the CCI still rising above the moving averages, and also the price is still making those movements higher. So bullish, but we do have a bearish divergence still in play on the monthly, so just be aware of that, versus higher highs on the price. And that's, even though it's rising, it's still a bearish divergence. On the weekly, now we did have a bearish divergence here, and we do have another one shorter term. You can see here between those highs, it's lower highs on the CCI versus high highs on the price, and that could actually start pulling back any time now on the weekly as well. So as soon as that breaks into that moving average band on the weekly, we're going to consider that a beginning of a potential retrace. Now again, the retrace is only minimal, at the very least, to a 23-38% Fibonacci. And what I've got here on the daily chart, you can see there, it's already broken below the CCI on the moving averages of the CCI, and it's giving us a bearish signal after hitting this high on the daily chart. Now you'll notice there we did have this CCI lower highs. It's still, I'll just blow that up, make it a bit clearer to see. You can see there it's a slight downtrend on the highs of the CCI versus the higher highs on the price, and that's actually pulled back already. And we've drawn a target range here between that Fibonacci range. We take the Fibonacci back to the previous significant low, and that's a 23-38%. That's a minimum retrace, and we expect it to hit that level at the very least. Now, as you can see, the CCI is broken below that moving average band, which means we may see further downside on the German DAX in the coming hours and days. Now, if we go to the micro chart, again, we're using the daily as a reference. We only take short trades. And this is the hourly chart. You can see on the hourly, we had a bearish divergence versus high highs on the price, and actually broke down. That actually hit our target range, and it bounced off that 31%, just below that 23%. So it's already hit that range. And at the moment, the CCI is breaking further to the upside. So we take short trades only, but wait for this to break to the downside to open up a short trade. You can see there's more momentum on the downward movement of the CCI, so long as that daily is also bearish. So again, wait for that hourly to break to the downside before taking any short trades. So for iron ore, there's no CCI for it on the monthly, but you can see there it's pretty much stable at the moment. It's just hovering above and below that moving average range of the price chart, so I'd call that a neutral positioning. On the weekly chart, it's actually broken above that moving average range, but the CCI is actually pulling back towards the moving average. Likewise, the price is actually in a decline as well after bouncing up through that moving average range and hitting that moving average 200. So again, just be careful about going long. We'd like to see this start moving further to the upside to be more bullish, but at the moment that CCI is declining. On the daily chart, we did actually bounce off this support at 656, and we did have a bullish divergence, higher lows on the CCI versus lower lows on the price, and this actually bounced quite nicely up through to the 61% Fibonacci retracement level. As again, we always take it to the nearest, the minimum retrace goes back to this 23-38% level, and it's actually broken through that quite easily, broken up past the 50 and actually gone past that 61%. But since then, it's actually pulled back toward this ascending diagonal trend line, and then it fell below that again. So at the moment, the CCI is broken to the downside. So in line with on the micro charts, if I go to the micro charts, we only look at the daily in this case is broken to the downside. We only take short trades. So you can see there, you would have taken that short trade there. If I turn on the short arrows, that would have been a short entry, and you close it out once the CCI breaks into that moving average range. That gives you a nice profitability. You can wait for the price to break into the moving average range, but you're losing some pips if you let it rise too much. But at the moment, you'd still be in a trade, and you'd probably enter another entry at the moment on the hourly and let it ride to the downside. And again, close it out when that CCI breaks into that moving average range. To support us more, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and share the videos. But for some more insights into some blue chip share scans, I do a weekly report, and in that report we also look at insider information for shares that are trending in a bullish manner. So go to the Patreon page, and links in the description below.